We're going to use for loop to implement the investment problem. We start with 10,000 as the initial balance. The interest rate is 5% per year. In Java, we can update the balance every year by, say, balance plus interest equal, which is assigned back to balance. That's the updating method for balance every year. And then in year one, we will have $10,500, which is 10,000 plus 500 interest. In year two, our balance will be 10,500 plus interest. In year three, and that will give a number. Year three will use the, let's say that's the balance of year two. And we'll have that balance plus interest again. And that will be a balance of year three. And balance two is part here. So we do this for every year until the year, until our balance is greater or equal than 20K, and then that's the year our money has been doubled. Now, to use a for loop to do this, we can start with the. We need to, instead of specify the condition, the balance is greater than or equal than 20K. This time we need to use the number of year as a loop variable. So our condition in this case will be less than equal than number of years. That's our for loop condition. If it's true, and then we just do balance equal to the balance plus interest. And then we also need to update the year. And then we go back to the loop again. If it's false, we are out of the for loop. This is the for loop. And then we found out which year the balance is greater or equal than 20K. So the for loop is a bit different from the for loop. And in the actual code, our implementation will be for, say, we need to have an integer year equal 1. That's the initial of our loop variable. And then our condition will be, is the year less or equal than the number of year. That's another semicolon. And then we need to use year plus plus. That's our smooth parenthesis. And then it should be followed by the curly. Inside the curly, we should do balance equal balance plus balance times interest rate with the parentheses. So that's our for loop implementation of the balance doubling problem. Once we get this one out, we need to find out the year outside of the for loop. Here's the Java code for the investment problem using the for loop. We start with the integer I equal 1, that's the year 1, and then specify the number of years. That's the parameter inputted by the method, which years. The I is incremented by 1 for each iteration. That's the curly bracket for the for loop scope. We first calculate the interest. That's the balance times the rate. That's a percentage. We then update the balance by adding up balance with interest. So the is equal sign again is the assignment. we do not need a variable something like new balance equal balance plus interest. In most programming languages, this equal sign is an assignment. Balance plus interest will be used to replace the old value of balance. Here I also add a little debugging information. I put a debugging flag variable integer debug equal 1, and then I print out some debugging information with the if loop. If my debugging is greater than 0, then I will print out inside of the for loop my current balance and the current year, which is I. Let's compile this and then run. So I print out inside the wait years. See, in my printout, I put wait year. That's the inside of the wait year method. Inside the loop, when the year is 1 is 10,500, year 2 is 11,025, and then in year 20, 26 something. And we can check after 15 years, 2789, that's more than 20,000. And the balance after 20 years is that's not printed out with my wait year method. It's actually printed out in the main driver method. That's the system.printout. If I want to make it clear, I can also add a note, say investment runner. Now, if I also turn off, I can. Now, the nice thing about this debugging flag, if I don't want to print out the debugging inside of the method itself, I can change that to 0. Since my condition is only when it's greater than 0, I print out this debugging information. Once it's 0, the code will be run much cleaner. If I compile this, running again. So now this time, I only print out from the investment runner the balance after 20 years is 26,532.98. And inside of the wait years method, because the debugging flag now is 0, those debugging information are not printed anymore. So in a way, we can have 2 versions of code. One just for ourselves to debug, the other one is more cleaner. We can ship it to our customer